Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, January 11th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Well, I'll tell you, I am glad that for the most part, that storm left us pretty much unscathed. But there are several businesses that are closed as they clean up and repair, and that really hurts them. So make sure that you support Wild Country Seafood, the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Park, Pip Stock Street Dogs, Storm Brothers, Armadillos, Biddy and Bows, and all of those ones along Dock Street as soon as they reopen. Anyhow, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Lighthouse, our local shelter, will remain out of order for a few more days due to the damage caused by a fire on Tuesday afternoon. About 44 residents have found temporary shelter at the Pip Moyer Rec Center, and in a heartwarming gesture of generosity, Monica Alvarado from Bread and Butter Kitchen stepped in to provide breakfast yesterday morning for the residents and will provide dinner for them a little bit later on this evening. This is really community helping community. So, if you ever needed another reason to support Monica over at Bread and Butter Kitchen, right there it is. The Anne Arundel County Office of Emergency Management has opened up a damage assessment portal to collect data on the damages caused by the recent severe weather event, which led to coastal flooding on January 9th and 10th. This crucial data will help the county better prepare for future disasters. Residents and businesses can report damages until January 19th, 2024, but remember, this is not a replacement for any insurance claims. We do have the link to the portal right on eyeonannapolis.net. And despite this being the third largest, highest, I'm not sure how that's supposed to be said, but flood in history, our area fared relatively well. If you are interested, you can view the photos of our walk around different parts of the city on eyeonannapolis.net. The Anne Arundel County Department of Health has issued an emergency closing for the headwaters of Cox Creek to the end of Carvel Beach Road due to a sewage spill. This is up in the Pasadena area, and this means that all direct water contact activities in the area are temporarily prohibited for 1 week. If you have come into contact with the affected water, be sure to wash thoroughly with soap and warm water, including your clothing. For more information, you can contact the Department of Health's Recreational Water Quality Monitoring Program at 410-222-7999. Finally, for a bit of fun, the Eastport Library is hosting its first ever chili cook-off on Saturday, January 27th from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. in the community meeting room. This family-friendly event invites participants of all ages to showcase their culinary skills by preparing their favorite chili at home. You bring it over to the library for a chance to win some fantastic prizes. There are two categories, adults and family, and remember to bring it over in a crock pot to keep it nice and warm for everybody. Registration is free and open until January 27th. We do have a link at eyeonannapolis.net. Walk-ins will be welcome if space permits. And for more information and registration, you want to contact the Eastport Library directly. And once again, our library surprises the heck out of me. Podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to be talking with Roman Hardgrave from the Maryland Curiosity Lab, a brand new school for the younger set that just opened up this fall. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the Daily News Recap email. It goes to your email inbox every night at 7 p.m., 365 days a year. It's free, and it's paywall free. And here's a link to sign up right here in the show notes. And please, do me a favor, let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. All right, and that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. All right, so now you just need to sit back because we have George from DCMDVA Weather here with the only locally forecasted weather report you will find, and because it is Thursday, Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that's coming right up, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, January 11th. It was a much better weather day Wednesday for the Annapolis region, despite some continuing gusty winds and coastal flooding. And while today will be a nice one, it's back to more rain and wind Friday p.m. into Saturday a.m. with colder temps moving in Sunday, with an eye on early next week for some possible precip. Look for sunny skies today with light winds and highs in the low 50s or so, to be followed by increasing clouds tomorrow morning, with rain moving into the region in the p.m. hours, with highs in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees for most, with winds becoming gusty later at night up to 40 miles per hour or so, with rain then ending in the early a.m. hours Saturday, which will allow skies to clear as temps again end up near the 50-degree mark. But cold air will then move in from the northwest, with highs Sunday only in the lower 40s, followed by upper 30s to lower 40s Monday, with a chance some precip could start to move into the region late in the day Monday or on Tuesday, with a valid chance we could see, I'm sorry, I actually almost said with a valid chance we could see some snow in the region on Tuesday, which would have meant I've either taken a bunch of acid and or I'm delusional, as we're now on day 713 in a row without at least 1 inch of snow having fallen from the skies above, but we are at about 10 or 11 inches of rain in just the last 40 days. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service, and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, today check out their Learn to Knit Fast Track class. Then on Saturday is the second of their comprehensive Learn to Knit classes, with a couple more sessions after that. At Art Farm in Annapolis, today check out Self-Care for Art's Sake, starting their 4-week run. Then on Tuesday, there's Make Your Own Cape or Cloak with Costumer London St. Juniper, starting a 3-week run. For the kids' art camps, starting this week, today there's Introvert Art School for ages 10 through 13. as well as Kids Art School for ages 9 through 12, joining the other Kids Art Schools on other days, including on Saturday there's a Kids Art School for ages 6 through 8, on Monday there's a Kids Art School for ages 4 through 5, as well as one for ages 6 through 8. Also on Monday, check out digital cartooning on the iPad for ages 9 through 12, as well as beat making with machine for ages 10 through 15. Then on Tuesday they have pencil, charcoal, ink, and watercolor for ages 10 through 13, as well as the Encaustic Club with Mr. Scott, working with wax for ages 10 through 13. And registration is open for other workshops, like beginner jewelry workshop for adults and teens, collages using found art, hand stitching, fairy garden workshop, bookmaking, mosaics, and a monthly sewing circle, among others. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library system this week, today Brooklyn Park has steam and snacks, Edgewater has backyard birds in winter, and Glen Burnie has an origami club. Tomorrow, Discoveries, the library at the mall, has a pre-K art party, Severn has a teen craft and chat, and Odenton has their community quilt exhibit reception. On Saturday, Severn has Bagorama, making a t-shirt tote bag. Edgewater has Baby Process art for children up to 5 years old. Maryland City has Science Saturdays, making catapults. Deal has Science Saturdays as well, working with crystals, as well as an origami crafternoon. Odenton has Candle Remix, repurposing old candles. And Mountain Road has Stitch and Chat. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie is doing Little Engineers Constructive Play. Discoveries has a Lego Build and Create Challenge. Severn is watching the Lego Movie and having a craft night. And Broadneck has the Broadneck Needle Crafters. Then on Wednesday, Discoveries has an adult art club making paper beads. Edgewater has a stuffed animal portrait paint afternoon, as well as a teen selfie portrait paint day. Bush Annapolis has Flicks with Sticks, watching Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And Eastport has the Mad Hatters Knitting Club. And over at Annapolis Makerspace this week, in addition to our weekly Wednesday woodworking night, tonight we're having a quarterly steering meeting where we're getting feedback from members and the public and ideas on things we could be doing or doing better. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.